What is going on, Sheba Army? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at BNB and BNB chain and how it had a historical run up and how, Bone and Shibarium could potentially do the same if, of course, if the factors are the same. So before I get to it, guys, like always, make sure you smash that like button so we can feed that algorithm. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Love to hear your thoughts and opinion about Shibarium. So looking at the chart of BNB, you do see how this historical run up took place, but we're going to dive in and take a look at what happened beforehand. So one thing about BNB that a lot of people don't know is BNB was actually an Ethereum based token. It was an ERC20 token. So back in right around November, December of 2018, they announced that they were going to have their own blockchain. I mean, people already knew like the blockchain was going to eventually come, but they announced like, hey, it's going to come around April-ish, May-ish of 2019. So right around December time, you start to see people start to buy in and pretty much front running this event. So same thing that you're seeing right now with Bone with the launch of Shibarium. So right around December, that's when they mentioned like, hey, Shibarium is soon, imminently, or sooner than soon. So of course we start to see people piling in on Bone, and now we're seeing this, this little run up. So same thing occurred here, and that's what's happening here. So the launch of BNB chain actually happened right around April 18, April 23rd. And after that happened, remember this came from right around $4.90. By the time it launched, it was around $22, $18, 20, right around that area. Then after the launch, it got all the way up to like $38, roughly around $38. Now, this downward trend took place after, it's been live for maybe about 2 months. And this is the part where I think a lot of people that's within Bone are going to get shaken out of. Because if you bought anywhere here in BNB around the time, you would actually be down due to the fact that the overall market was down. So they couldn't control this. Bitcoin was down. And remember, we're still in a bearish market, even though that BNB Bitcoin is doing better this year than it did last year. We're still technically in a bearish market. So the Bitcoin halving for BNB didn't take place until May of 2020. So all throughout this point right here, bearish. So Bitcoin halving happening, that was actually, I believe, just based upon historical data, that was the signal that the bear market was over, and now we're entering into a bullish market. Our Bitcoin halving is not going to happen. It's projected to be right around March. And if you don't know what Bitcoin halving is, I did make a video of that, and I'll leave a link in the description below. So that way you can understand the thought process behind this. So Bitcoin halving happened right around May. Now in September of 2020, BNB did pretty much created a separate contract where it could actually give it a little bit more functionality for more projects to be able to come into the Binance ecosystem, into their blockchain. And that was similar to Ethereum's contract in a sense. So that was the BEP20 that came around September 1st. And after that happened, leading up to it, you start seeing another little FOMO that happened. And from there, we get this big historical run up. So key takeaway from all of this is the market condition. You know, some similarities to us. We're launching not in the best market condition. But this also give us time, because right around, even though market condition was bad for BNB as well, and the price was going down, they're actually getting new projects in. Now, one thing about it too, if you don't know, like whenever new projects are coming into any blockchain, they need to purchase that native coin. And when they purchase that native coin, they're going to pair it with their token. So if XYZ token starts a new project, they need to buy Bone first. And once they buy Bone, they're going to go ahead and pair Bone with their token. And that token end up just being locked away in, is locked in a separate liquidity pool. So that's taken away from the circulating supply. Remember, current supply right now is 230 million. Now, with Bone validators, 10K Bone is required to be a validator, 100 spot. And I project between validators and delegators, it would be around 35%, which would be 80 million tokens that would be pretty much locked away. 80 million token locked away for validators and delegators, leaving us about 150 million tokens on Bone. And now you have new projects, they're coming in and they're trying to buy 100, they're buying from that 150 million token. So that's going to cause a supply squeeze. And that's exactly what ended up happening for BNB, because a lot of projects just started coming in and creating new tokens with BNB, and they had to buy BNB. And those tokens were, in a sense, just pretty much locked away. Then Bitcoin halving happened, signaled a bull market. Then once that happened, we seen this big pop on BNB that caused it to go, all the way up over $600. So don't get fooled, guys. Don't think that Shibarium happened and boom, we're going to get all this huge run up. Like, we are going to see a run up. Like I mentioned before, I think Bone at least $100, but there are other factors that have to play in, have to align as well too. So biggest takeaway is the project intake. The more and more project that we do get into Shibarium, then more likely we could see this big pop as well on Bone. So hopefully you found value out of this content. I did try to keep it as short as possible and not go too in depth. So leave a comment down below, guys, again, so we could feed that algorithm. Like this video, share it with someone. This is Random Arts Guy signing off. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.